Here at Native Music Enthusiasts, we love the Native American wood flute, and we love creating compositions that 1. Help you build skills, 2. Increase your musical toolkit, and 3. Help you improve as a player. If you're interested in learning new techniques and new tricks that perform better, as well as seeing new compositions, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get all of our videos in your home feed as soon as possible. Thanks for checking us out. Hi, I'm Enoch Chapman, and this is my etude number 14 for the Native American wood flute, focusing on the lower hand, entitled the Old Towne Carousel. If you want to stick around at the end of the performance, I'll talk about some teaching instructions that might make this piece a little bit better, but for now, please enjoy this work. Thanks for watching our performance preview. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up to show us your support. Plus, subscribe to our channel and that will get our videos into your home feed as soon as they come online. Now, on to the performance notes. So for performance, we're introducing a new note here. It's a new chromatic pitch that emphasizes the upper note of your lower hand. So now, you've been playing these notes. Now we're introducing this chromatic tone of your second finger on the second hole only. And it's that kind of note, that pitch right there, that is kind of important because it depends upon which note you want to lead into, which note you want to kind of emphasize. Are you emphasizing your upper note, your final tone, or you're emphasizing the second final tone? On an A flute, it's the E or the D. Which note do you want to really emphasize? See, that sounds like I'm emphasizing the upper tone, that E tone. But I can also emphasize the second tone, or that D tone, by using that same pitch. So it really depends upon where you want to emphasize, where that kind of chromatic fits, which is kind of a nice idea, because now I can use that to emphasize one tone or another. It allows me to add a little bit more color, a little bit more variety inside of the notes that I'm performing with, instead of just utilizing those same 4 notes over and over again. Now I have this other tone that I can emphasize with, and so that's important. As you're reading the music, though, as you're a student who's trying to understand and comprehend where this pitch comes from inside the world of music, all of a sudden now it's trying to figure out, like, where does this new note come from? If it's emphasizing like a lower pitch, you'll usually put a flat on the higher tone. So like in the key of A, it's the E flat kind of combination, but it can also be read as like a D sharp. E flat and D sharps are the exact same pitches. They're called enharmonic pitches. They share the exact same pitch, but they're just spelled differently depending upon how you see it. So in music, it can be kind of confusing because you may see an E flat, you may see a D sharp, but they're the exact same tone that you play. You just kind of got to get used to that, because in the world of music, it's whatever's easier for the performer to read is what the composer tends to kind of utilize as they're moving through the song. So in this song, or in this version, you'll see an E flat a lot more, which means you'll also see like an E natural when you actually want the pure high tone. So the E flat is that new chromatic, the natural is that pure high tone. So you'll see that a lot inside this music, is that natural flat kind of variation. But I also throw in a D sharp just to kind of, make you think. This is kind of the idea, is just to help build your tool set. So it's really cool. It's a new tone that allows you to increase your skill set, increase your toolkit, and allows you to increase your expression as you're playing. Okay, so now for teachers, we're trying to increase our toolkit that our students can use. So we're introducing another new note, and that new note now is that that E flat / D sharp note in the A flute world. And this upper chromatic tone allows us to lead to that E, or the upper tone of our lower hand suite. So we've been playing with our lower hand fingerings like this for so long that those lower hands, we have our first, second, third finger. We've introduced this chromatic, but now we're introducing this chromatic, which is just a second finger. So now we have a bunch of notes that we can play. And then our new chromatics, which is the second finger. That allows us to drive to that upper note on the lower hand, which is really important. So we're actually now adding a new chromatic into this world, which can be a little bit tricky. So the big deal here then is to know where that chromatic lies. And the fact that it's an E flat / D sharp will mean that we'll see this a lot more in its enharmonic pitches than we would a lot of other type of accidentals or chromatics that we have. And the reason for it is it really depends upon which note you're emphasizing. Are you emphasizing the upper note, the E? If you are, then you'll probably see the D sharp a little bit more. Are you emphasizing the lower note, the D? And if you are, then you may be seeing the E flat a little bit more. Again, in terms of like enharmonics on music, it's really important to note that that note will change depending upon which is the easier flow to read. Is it easier to read a D sharp or an E flat in whichever scale or key that you're in? So introducing the new chromatic leads to a good discussion about the idea of how you see these types of accidentals, as well as which focus and which emphasis are you trying to really focus in on. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up, because that's going to tell us what type of content that you really like. Also, if you want to see tips and tricks about how to play the Native American wood flute better, or watch more videos about new compositions that will help you increase your musical toolkit and help you improve as a performer, then subscribe to our channel, because that's going to get our videos into your home feed as soon as we release them. Finally, we couldn't do this without our Patreon community. It's with the support of our patrons that we're able to compose new works and create new content like this that gets out to people who are interested in learning about how to better play the Native American wood flute. We love the Native American wood flute, and we love being able to create new compositions to help people improve and get better. And it's because of people in our Patreon community that we're able to do that. If you want to learn more about our stuff on Patreon, visit patreon.com/native music enthusiasts to see what we're doing and see what we're trying to give back to people who want to help support us. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and we hope you learned something.